extinction. Oh my God. Listen to this. You also talked about our losing Mansabombwe and Sonkotwe. And there's one thing that Honorable Mbambalama spoke about earlier on. Unfortunately, we are in an era where people are no longer analytical. If people can be analytical on the happenings around each by-election, you would be shocked that the two wins that the UPND had in Luapula province are not genuine wins. They are not genuine wins. And for us as PF, we treat these elections like we are dealing with a normal human beings. But in the manner that the UPND conduct themselves, they have developed a formula which they devised in Southern Province. And they are taking that formula to every by-election. Do you know that our provincial chairman in Mwansabombwe, his vehicle was flattened? He could not move. Do you know that they blocked literally every single road to some polling stations? That's information you must be getting as members of the press. You need to scrutinize the information. Is this a genuine win or not? The same thing happened in Sokonto. You should have seen what happened in the last 48 hours. And also what you must be looking at, colleagues from the media. Look at the conduct of the UPND in the last 48 hours wherever there's an election. Then you'll be able to understand the human beings we are dealing with. These are not normal human beings. Haven't you heard of stories where polling agents have been chased? Where monitors have been chased by the UPND? And you come here and say, no, this party is not going to extinction. This party is going to survive. All the onslaught. The Patriotic Front is going to survive all the onslaught that have been put on it by the UPND. They will stop talking about minimum at 50 kwacha. They will stop talking about fertilizer and fuel at, and they will stop talking about watch this space. I'm voted in at 10 hours, at 15 hours the dollar rate is this low.
And how much is the dollar?
How much is the dollar today?
18.
It's above 18. It was supposed to be at 10 immediately it was voted into office. Why is it today? Do you know what they talk about? They talk about PF. Everything is PF, 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 PF. When it suits them. No, PF was doing bridges, was doing roads, they were using taxpayers' money, it was not their money. When it doesn't suit us, they say, no, PF, a bunch of this, a bunch of that, and the rest of it. That's what we've been hearing for the last 5 months. So time has come for you to start scrutinizing. It's not for me, Nickson, chalengwa, the members of the PF seated here. It's for the future of this country.
Yes. And
we've been saying, is this party not going through extinction? You should be sad. If the PF died today, this country will become a one-party state. And no one, don't be mistaken, no single one of you will be safe from the UPND. So you have a right, you have a duty, all of you, to ensure that the PF survives and democracy survives. Number 4.
Yeah. SG, I beg that I address, I know that there have been a lot of innuendos about Chirubi. I was a participant in the Chirubi by-election. And for some of you who do not understand the Chirubi, there was no, I am the MP for Chirubi.
Oh, wow.
Yes, elected for the second time, sir. I want to handle the gentleman.
To be clear.
It started with the issue of distribution of relief food. You need to know that I was a DC before I contested. In Northern Province, there were 2 areas that were badly hit by the floods. That is Kaputa and Chirubi. And there was no way government would have stopped distributing food because there was an election. That would have continued. Even now, even after the election, even after I was elected, food kept on going there, including Kaputa. When you talk about the ferry was not managed by the government. Even PF was complaining. It was at 8,500, because Bangalore Resource, which is managing that, took advantage of the by-election and many vehicles that were going there to make a bit of profit. Even now, the fare is at 5,000. So when you talk about this, I sympathize very well in the situation that you find yourself in, because at the end of the day, you have to blow what the master who pays you talks about. And at the end of the day, you see, look, take Kanye. At the end of the day, when we talk about these issues, just like my brother there said, we do not expect Daily Mail to be exercising yellow journalism. We do not.
Yes.
We expect Daily Mail to be above board. Actually, you are supposed to be a mature mainstream media that should not be used for rumors and many other factors. You are supposed to save everybody. That's like the president said, that the public media will be free. That's the freedom of the public media we are seeing, which is talking about extinction of the political party, which is talking about the script that has been written to screw in a particular direction. Sorry, we are here to get, actually for information, you will not be shocked that will be the first party to bounce back to power. Yes. If you want to write that script of saying the political parties don't bounce back to power, we also give you a script that years for ruling political parties to stay in power, reducing. For UPNIP, it was 27 years, MMD 20 years, PF 10 years, but PF is unexperienced. It has been both to opposition and the ruling party. And the UPND is a one term. Don't even get excited. People are annoyed out there. I come from a village. Don't even get excited. UPND is a one term government. And you'll be stranded. Tomorrow you'll be reporting about PF.
Thank you very much. I hope we just not an attack on my comrade from the
No, I'm just trying to warn him, because it is public media of this thing of shifting towards the ruling party. Be fair.
We work with the government of the day, but I'm here to cover you as well.
Well, it's fine. Actually, you see, we just have to share some of this information so that the public are aware of what happened in Kagwata. But you see, I was a campaign manager there. Not only that, I've been in politics quite for some time now. Yes. What shocks me or surprises me is that sometimes we don't want to learn as Zambians. You get the point. And what surprises me is that, okay, fine, if PF did something wrong here, the new government comes, which said will not do wrong things like PF did. Do you expect PF to suffer because they did it, and so the new government should mistreat them? That is not progress. It's not good for anyone. You get the point? So we must look at developing our, governance, so that no one is complaining. If my friend did something wrong here, I must help to correct that. And I think now we are believing that what the president is saying is not what his, subordinates are implementing. The president is on record to say there will be no cadarism, and I've been actually stating out this. But what is happening is something else. So that's the point.
Honorable Clement Tembo is here, our candidate for Kagwata, and now that he is here, we as Patriotic Front, we are not conceding defeat that he lost. We are not conceding defeat, and we are taking this to another level. Because if we allow UPND to be getting away with murder, they will do worse of things. So time has come for us to stop UPND and their malpractices. Time has come, and we are going to follow them. And we are not relenting whatsoever. This I can tell you, this is an assurance. We are not going to allow the UPND to continue running affairs in the manner that they are doing. Yes, they've done strange things in Southern Province, and now this is migrating to the... And also, have you not questioned, colleagues, the fact that their candidate got 80,000 votes 6 months ago, and literally 5 months down the road, they are on managing 13,000 votes. What does that tell you?
All the youths in gowns stayed away.
Where are the youths? Where are the youths in gowns? We didn't see them on the queues. Are you interrogating the reason why? And does that look like a party that's going to last 5 years?
No.
Mulekutika, I'm elected in the morning, in the afternoon, I'm selling that jet. Has this jet been sold?
Because you used to go and sign a book.
So, Honorable Manzi.
Thank you, Honorable Secretary General. We are going to have the last set of questions. Comrade 1, do we have another? And we want to welcome our candidate for Kawata, Comrade Clement Tembo, Tamlandira Nasobre. So we are doing the last set of questions. So there's Comrade, any other? Okay, thank you, sir. You'll be the last one.
Right. According to my analysis, sir, my name is Francis from FM. According to my analysis, I've seen that there was quite voter apathy. There was about 21% of voter turned out. 25%, yes. You have not considered debate, and in the near future, you are saying that the PF party is not going into extinct. Are you in any plan trying by means to align yourself and bringing in other political parties to join with them? Because the UPND, they won these elections because they had alliances such as the MMD and others. And if you look at critically on the election, if you put together all the opposition votes, you would have won the Kawata elections. Are you in any future going to form alliances, e.g. such as a Socialist Party?
I'll take that as the last question, and the Secretary General can add up anything that you'd like to address. Honorable sir.
Yeah. Yes, voter apathy has been recorded in the Kawata by-election, and a ruling party that calls itself as a 2.8 million should have done better than what they did. But also, this is it, must share the blame. Why do I say so? This is the only election which I've seen where we did not see massive sensitization by the ECZ. Especially after they changed the date. Do you know that as we were going around the Kawata in the last few days, people were even asking us, when is the voting day? Oh, we heard that the elections have been cancelled. Are we still voting? So ECZ did not do a good job, unfortunately. The sensitization was not as great as it should have been. And going into the future, I would call upon the ECZ to up its game, especially if they cancel an election and quickly announce another date within 2 weeks. The other part, are you contemplating working with other political parties? The PF has always worked with other political parties, and our door is open. And we also hope that other political parties have got their doors open so that we can work together. At the end of the day, Zambians detest the proliferation of political parties. They hate that. Democracy can only be entrenched if we have got 2 or 3 big contenders in the political space. But that's also debatable. So yes, to answer your question, we as Patriotic Front are ready to work with any progressive political party for the good of Zambia and for the good of our people.
Thank you. So
maybe
yes,
just to add on in what the SG has said on the issue of voter apathy. I think that should worry everyone, more especially those in the government, because that's a very bad sign, because we don't know whether the Kawata people protested. We don't know why, like the SG said, why the youths failed to, turn up. So that is a serious concern which each and every person must look at it and find the solution. Because we don't know whether the Zambian people, through Kabwata, whether they are saying, look, we are not interested in by-election, because you can imagine out of 108,000 registered voters, only less than 30,000 people, 28,000 voted. It's a concern. And those in government should also ask themselves what is happening. I think that one is a serious one.
Another issue, today is the 5th of February, and the UPND promised the Zambian people that CDF 25 million will be released in the first week of January. There's no sign of it up to now. So how are those students who are supposed to access bursaries through the CDF going to be sustained in schools? Because schools opened 2 weeks ago. Interrogate those issues, colleagues from the press. Mr. Clement Tembo, would you like to greet the media?
What is worth, yes.
Actually, we want you to stand up. We'll give you a round of applause. I hope you
Good morning, everyone. Allow me to thank most sincerely the Patriotic Front team and the people of Kabwata constituency for turning out. Even though there was voter apathy, we still had some people that braved the rains in the morning to come and vote. We just want to say thank you very much. And the church, I know that most of them that sent monitors to come and monitor the elections, most of them were beaten, thrown out of polling stations. I feel for you, and we are praying that justice should prevail, because this is not the democracy that everyone signed up for. We had a lot of monitors being sent out, a lot of our polling agents being sent out, and for whatever reason there was that period when there was unnecessary power outage and activities were going on in the polling stations. I just want to thank also the media that helped to cover part of the events. But like the leadership has stated here, the elections were not free and fair. They were not free and fair. So we hope that we shall follow through the steps that the leadership is providing. But to the churches and everybody that participated, you are brave. Our agents worked under intimidation, and but they still wanted to do a great job. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Secretary General. Thank you so much, Honorable Mwimba Malama. Thank you so much, Comrade Clement Tembo, the leadership at the district, the constituency. Thank you so much to the media. We really appreciate Comrade Mike Mugala. Thanks a lot. And we will ask our leaders to leave, and the media will remain to do the house chore, keeping as well as those who need the speech.
We started with a prayer.
Able to, we will pray after you have gone, sir. You are blessed, Honorable. He's Seventh-day Adventist, so
why are you excluding
he wants the church to continue, even here. Thank you, sir. We really appreciate that.
I want to seek a journalist.
That was, of course, to maybe squeeze the mind of that was a question. But in reality, you should see what is going on, what they said, and what they have done, and how they have been winning, especially